My honeybee. Britannicus asked me if he knew where Mummy was. He kept tugging on my tunic in that irritating manner. I am running out of excuses and distractions to throw his way to get me to leave my work. He has certainly inherited his penchant for boredom from you, my dear. The nurses have had to drag him away in a tantrum after smashing another bust of a distant relative. He is a fussy eater and finds it hilarious to throw food at me or his sister instead of eating it. Then he acts horrified when I kick him up the backside. So my question is, darling, where the hell are you? I understand that after the birth you needed space and time to yourself, but it is now becoming an absolute joke. Courtiers are whispering, spreading gossip that you wish to leave me because I'm old and impotent. Even Narcissus and Pallas continue to interrogate me on my marital status and advocating for divorce. Enough is enough. Will you stop acting like an utter child and come back to the palace? Do you not remember your promise? You swore that we would change together. We sacrificed in the name of Janus to dedicate ourselves to betterment. I have worked my fingers to the bone in such a pursuit, whilst you have continued to take lover after lover, neglected your children, and splurged coin after coin on wine and fruit. I know what you will say, and I implore you to not even bother. Do not insult me further with egregious lies. Do not insult yourself further. How many times must I remind you that those days are long gone? You are no longer a child, and I am no longer a man in his prime. It seems you no longer even care for the public image of you any longer. At least your adulteries were kept in the dark before. Now the whole of Rome sniggers at me, claiming that you conducted a contest with some whore from Sicily to see which one of you could fuck the most boys in an evening. Well, I must say, congratulations on your victory. Was it worth the irrevocable shame you have laid upon me and this household? Perhaps you should set up shop in Sicily yourself. Usurp that harlot at her own game and bring in some cash for the imperial treasury. At least that would be of some use. I could pimp you out like my nephew did with the wives of the senators. Messalina, you and Britannicus aren't so different in this regard. I am running out of excuses for you. I am running out of distractions to keep you healthily occupied. I cannot babysit another infant. It is not too late just yet. There is still time, but that hourglass floating above your head is gently flowing away as you waste the precious seconds. Please, do not disappoint yourself further.
My mouse. I will have you know, Claudius, that the competition was in fact against a gentleman, a patrician no less, and it was which of us could bed the most girls, not boys. You see, my little circle of followers loved to state that I am such a specimen of radiance that neither member of the sexes can possibly hope to escape my allure. Judging by my victory, I would say they are rather correct, would you not? Gods, you are unbelievably adorable when you are angry. like a small child huffing and puffing at a visit to the priest. Why don't you just come along to one of my get-togethers sometime soon? You present the situation as one in which I have shut you out and revoked your right to participate, but that could not be further from the truth. Why can't you just drop it all and come away with me? Come be my little toy again. You must be so bored and tired in the study for ungodly hours. You know, all the best medical men say that the body and mind can only handle so much work. One needs to play as much as work. You have built so much, achieved more than a mere mortal can ever hope. Just let go, even for an evening, won't you? The boy doesn't need me around. Perhaps that is a cruel statement, but I will stand by it, even under torture. I never wanted him, and you only did because of your anxiety for an heir. I pity the boy. His existence is futile. He's a means to an end. Though aren't we all to an extent? Your disgusting remarks towards my love life are quite unbecoming of you, Claudius. A touch hypocritical, too. I see that startled dilution in the pupil. I've kept a close eye on that study of yours. You're a busy man, but not so busy that you cannot bring a lady of the night to your own bed. Or in this case, table. Calpurnia, correct? You have always had a soft spot for her. I cannot say I blame you. Such a sweet little flower. The kind you treasure the smell of before clipping its petals. Does she make you cry out in fury and ecstasy? Is she as fresh as a daisy, or spoiled like a rotten fish picked apart by scavengers? Does she taste as delectable as a cream-puff dessert, or foul like a hotchpotch Celtic gumbo? Oh, Claudius, the tales he could tell of her! What a dainty melody to my ears. You should invite me to one of your sessions with her sometime. It was rather naughty of you to take her away with you to Britannia oh so long ago. All the while gushing to me about the pains of my absence, how you yearned for the touch of a real woman, and all that tripe from some collection of Hesiod you picked up. In conclusion, my sweet husband, it is a joke that you rant and rave at my choice of company in the midst of sharing the same circles of degenerates as myself. Once again, you fail to escape from yourself. You marry a whore and keep a whore as a mistress. The reason you have come to understand Augustus's way of thinking is that he made the same mistake you have made. You try in vain to suppress the animal that you are.